I welcome you all to this crucial meeting, which was convened for three critical objectives. One, or firstly, is to interface with and debrief our strategic field officers who directly coordinated our election security operations across all the 36 states of the Federation and the FCT.
The Inspector General of Police, IGP Usman Alkali Baba, on Monday, met with senior police officers at the Goodluck Jonathan Peacekeeping Hall, Force Headquarters, Abuja, to debrief officers posted for election security management duties, appraise the performance of the force in the presidential and National Assembly elections, identify gaps, and perfect the action plan for the forthcoming March 11 elections. In his address, the IGP also noted that 185 major incidents were responded to by the police across the country during the presidential and National Assembly elections, while 203 offenders linked to various electoral offences and sundry crimes were arrested. As the nation prepares for governorship and state assembly elections on Saturday, the IGP charged the officers to recommit themselves to national duty and sustain the high operational level.
While the presidential and national assembly election might have presented varying degrees of challenges as captured in the post-election operations feedback that have been received across the various police commands, I am delighted to know, with a high level of satisfaction, the resilience and the utmost professionalism which you all displayed in the course of your election security operations. I am particularly elated that you situate your operations strictly within the context of the reviewed standard operational guidelines and the rules for police officers and other security agents on election duty, which was issued to all officers in the countdown to the general election. I am also excited that you all maintain a high level of civility and situate yourself operations within the dictates of the rule of law. Yet, you remain apolitical, firm and supportive of the Independent National Electoral Commission and sacrifice to create an environment for the law-abiding electorates to peacefully exercise their franchise while denying space for electoral adversaries to manifest their ill intentions to strengthen the overall process. Even more smoothing is the feedback received to the effect that you responded promptly and courageously to most of the breaches that were recorded and largely mitigated them with the highest level of self-resilience and the best global policing standard in these circumstances. In your quest to maintain order within the electoral spaces, you succeeded on a commendable scale in stabilizing such threatened space, safely rescued several INEC officials and citizens that were under threat, secured sensitive materials, made series of recoveries including arms and ammunition of various descriptions, as well as effected in the most professional manner the arrest of several electoral adversaries nationwide. In this regard, out of about 185 major incidents that the police responded to across the country during the election, a total of 203 offenders linked to various electoral process or offences and sundry crimes have so far been arrested, while not less than 18 firearms of various descriptions were recovered from political talks during the exercise. All these cases are at various stages of investigation at the Nigeria Police Electoral Offences Desk, and I assure you all that in due course they will all be concluded and processed to the legal department of the Independent National Electoral Commission for possible prosecution. Our outstanding performance is indeed evidenced by the fact that for the first time in the election history of our beloved country, the Nigeria police has been widely insulated from accusations that usually accompany electoral cycle. We have rather been receiving accolades and encouragements from both local and international election observers for our unprecedented quality election security service delivery. This much was re-echoed by the African Union Commission, AUC, Election Observer Mission, and the Economic Community of West Africa States ECOWAS Commission on several other credible and international sources. All of these are not only reflective of the pre-election security operations, training that most personnel of the force were exposed to. It is also a product of meticulous planning, massive operational assets and logistic procurement and deployment process, as well as the prioritization of the welfare requirements of personnel deployed on election duties. Most fundamentally, your excellent performance is clearly indicative of your compliance with my strategic and operational directive, which you have predicated on the change of the president, on the charge of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, to ensure a peaceful and secure electoral process, as well as a firm but apolitical disposition that will engender a free, fair, and credible 2023 general elections. For your loyalty, patriotism, sacrifice, and professionalism, I wish to use this forum to convey my sincere appreciation and commendation to you all seated here, and indeed to the entire Nigeria Police, the military, the intelligence community, and all other complementary services that supported us in the exercise. In so doing, however, I must be quick to remind you of the common saying that the reward of hard work is hard work. While we could utilize this gathering to re-energize our operational plans and strengthen the attainment of our election security mandate as we prepare for the governorship and the State House of Assembly general elections on March 11, 2023. I charge you all to recommit yourselves to national duty and sustain the high operational level that is attracting a broad commendation to the force or for the force. You must be prepared to work more assiduously towards providing the requisite strategic leadership in your various posts for your personnel in guaranteeing an electoral and general public space that will remain stable, peaceful, and secure enough to keep citizens in no doubt of our unwavering commitment to their yearning for a credible electoral process as we come up to the 2023 general elections in a few days' time. The starting point to this is to ensure that the tension which the process and outcome of the just concluded presidential and the National Assembly session generated as mitigated proactively and well enough to ensure that it does not snowball into a national security breach, nor impact negatively on our democratic achievements. This is more so that some unpatriotic elements have been attempting to negatively utilize the social media to force fake news, videos, and other materials with the sole intent of heating up the fueling political bitterness and inflaming the national security space. Excuse me. Towards dousing this tension, I take particular cognizance of the initiative of the Lagos State Commissioner of Police, who in engaging a consultative approach recently organized an all-inclusive stakeholder meeting where he succeeded in galvanizing the citizens and strategic stakeholders in involving a common front to advocate for peace and address the post-election security threats and apprehensions in the state. I also equally recognize that not only Lagos, some few other commissioners have also done it. Drawing on the effectiveness of this strategy in Lagos State, I hereby direct all commissioners of police across the 36 states of the Federation and the FCT to return to their commands and replicate the same initiative on or before Thursday, 9th March, as part of efforts to guarantee peace ahead of the 11th March election. At this juncture, I wish to once again reassure all the citizens of this nation and the international community of our willingness to draw on the experience and lessons from the last concluded election towards strengthening our capacity and the operational architecture for the governorship and the State House of Assembly elections. In perfecting this, we solicit the continuous understanding and support of all, particularly all political actors across all party lines and the electorates, to ease our task by committing to exercise their franchise within the dictates of the Electoral Act, overriding national security consideration and our democratic interests. I also admonish parents and guardians to prevail on their children and wards to assist or to resist the urge of being recruited as canon holders or destabilizing agents to disrupt our electoral process. The Nigeria police will be allowed to its responsibility to be forward. I also wish to appeal to the media practitioners and demonstrate. I also wish to appeal to the media practitioners to demonstrate patriotism and always place national security interests over and above other considerations at this stage in our nation's evolution. This places on them the obligation of resisting the urge to use their platform to propagate fake news or threaten peace and security in the polity. On this note, I welcome you all to this conference and look forward to a professionally rewarding engagement, even as I pray that Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala should continue to strengthen you all as you sacrifice for the protection and advancement of our democratic heritage.